You how you can take your online math curriculum or other online curriculum and easily upload it to SeeSaw so that your students who might be at home for quarantine can stay up to date with the class, or maybe if you want to make it as a more independent math center for your students. So the first thing you're going to want to do are you're going to want to go into your SeeSaw teacher account. I always like to have my curriculum already pulled up, which is in my other browser tab, and then I'm going to hit the add button and assign activity. Once here, I'm going to click create new activity. You always want to title your activity. This is unit 4, lesson 2. And then SeeSaw has some shorthand shortcuts. So I always do 1 add, and it'll put the add response icon in for the students. 2, tap the play button to listen to the directions. 3, pencil, so they'll use the pencil tool to answer each question. 4, do each slide. 5, check, and it'll insert the check mark icon. Send me your work. Then, because I teach kindergarten, I always do the voice instructions as well. And you'll click on the microphone to begin recording. Unit 4, lesson 2. 1, tap the green add response button. 2, tap the play button to listen to the directions. 3, tap the pencil tool to answer each question. 4, do each slide. 5, tap the green check and send me your work. And you can always listen to it. If you don't like it, you can hit the trash can and re-record. And then you're going to come down here to add template for student responses, and you're going to click on the drawing option. So now that we're here, we are going to go to our curriculum and take a screenshot of each page of the lesson. Usually our math curriculum has about 4 pages per lesson. If you are quick, you can just slide that picture right into the SeeSaw canvas, add new page, go grab the next page. Same way. And then slide it in. Don't really like that picture. I'll show you how you can fix that too. Again, go get the next one. Oops. Okay, slide it in. And then one more. Grab that last page. And then slide it back in. Now remember, I said I wasn't very happy with the way that one went. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually click these 3 dots and delete this picture. And I'm going to go back to my lesson. That was my second page. And I'm just going to go back and do it again. Take my screenshot again and then slide it right back in. It's very forgiving. If you make mistakes in SeeSaw, it's very easy to fix those mistakes. Okay, that is much better. So now that I have all my pages in, I am going to give it a background color. I usually use green or orange because that kind of goes with our curriculum. I'm going to go with orange this time. It just kind of goes with the page and it makes it more, adds to the continuity of the activity. Okay, now after that, I like to go back in and lock my pages. If I hit this and hit the lock all, my students can't move the page around. They can't accidentally make it get really big or get really small, which especially when you have kindergartners like I do, it can be very frustrating for them and the teacher. Now that I have all of my pages locked in place and a background applied to each slide, now I'm ready to add my voice. So I like to click the microphone. Classify and count by shape. Listen to the story. How can you help Dev classify and count his shapes? Dev has many different shapes. He wants to know how many of each shape he has. And you click the pause button and done. then it kind of makes it like a picture. So I like to shrink it because then the kids can't write on it. It'll make it much more difficult for them. So I like to shrink it so that all you can see is the play button. And then I take it and I drag it, and sometimes you have to drag it just right. And I like to put it where they're going to see it, and then I lock it in place so that it doesn't go anywhere. And then I do that for each page. Build understanding. Look at the shapes at the top of the page. How can you classify the shapes into categories? Write the number of shapes in each category. Sometimes it does this, and you just have to get it back. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to take it and I'm going to drag it, if it'll let me. And then I will put it where it goes. Make sure it's going in the right direction. There we go. You never know what's going to happen. Okay, lock it in place. Go to the next one. Step it out. Look at the shapes at the top of the page. Classify these shapes. Draw to show the shapes in each category. Write the number of shapes in each category. Circle the categories that have 2 shapes. And then shrink. And grab. And lock it in place. Now on this page, I'm going to do the on your own and the learning mindset separately, because oftentimes you will have more than one thing you want to narrate on each page. On your own, look at the shapes at the top of the page. Classify these shapes into categories. Draw to show the shapes in each category. Write the number of shapes in each category. And then I'm going to hit that, shrink it like I did before. Okay, slide it up, lock it in place, and then I'm going to hit record again. This time you want to say start new recording. I'm in a learning mindset. Color in the star if you asked questions. Color in the check mark if you knew what to do. And then I'm going to shrink this one and I'm going to put it beside the learning mindset so they'll see that there's another place for them to click and listen for directions. Then I'm going to lock it in place. Hit the green check mark on the top that says I'm done. Now I can kind of see my activity. I'm going to click save. Once you save it, you can see the icons that you inserted using your shorthand. And then now you can assign it to your class. You can assign it to certain students. I am going to tag a folder, and this is math, so I'm going to put it in there. And then I'm going to hit the green check mark, and I can assign it to my class. I can schedule when I assign it. I'm not going to assign it yet right now because we're not ready for that. You can also click on the button at the bottom, and you can share the activity with other teachers at your school. I hope this has helped making creating virtual assignments a little bit less overwhelming for you. And SeeSaw is a wonderful tool to use, and I hope you found this tutorial helpful.